Guys, this video is only made possible by you and of course Amp Outdoors lithium battery, the best batteries you could buy to power your fish finder, your motor, and you could even use it to cook. Really, you could use one of those inverters, I forget the name, and you could use those batteries as a power backup. Guess what? Use coupon code Aliex5, it's gonna save you 5% on your order. Not only is gonna help you, but also gonna help me. Thank you. No, look at what we got here, guys. We got a Hobie Pro Angler 12 camo version, and we got a Compass 12 camo as well. It's basically the same color. Today I want to give you a complete comparison between these two boats right here. I'm gonna show you what they have similar, what they don't have similar, and all that stuff. I don't know what I'm saying, so let's jump behind the camera and talk about it. So right off the bat, you could see a major difference. Here on the PA12, you got a hatch. You can put a little nice cooler bag in there, or throw some ice and put out your fish catch for the day. Here on the Compass, you don't have that. You have a nice open area right there, and you can put your own cooler bag. I tell you what, I like this type of design. For me, it's better because if I flip, water is not gonna come through there unless you put a hatch. But even if you put a hatch, it's still gonna be more watertight than something like this that is held down by bungees, because bungees over time they lose strength, and also they're bungees, they're designed to stretch. It doesn't matter how much pressure you can put in here, if you flip over, water's still gonna come in. But look at the difference, man. The Compass is a super fast boat, and I would say in terms of stability, like secondary stability, these two are probably very similar. Maybe the Compass is a little more stable because you're not sitting that high. Let me show you. If you use a seat on a normal super high sitting position, your center of gravity on the Compass is much lower, so it's gonna give you more stability, even though the Compass is not as wide as the PA12. The PA12 is about 36 inches wide, the Compass is about 34 inches wide. Now way more money on the PA, MSRP $4,600 give or take. Compass camo with the reverse Mirage Drive 180, you're looking at $2,900. So you paying a lot more money to get this boat over this one, and you are the one who needs to make that decision. But let me show you why it costs more money. For example, you got a nice plate here with integrated Hobie tracks. Over here on the Compass, you just got those two over there, right? You don't have, see that, look where they start. The storage, the tracks, the H rails, all the stuff starts right here. On the Compass, doesn't start until you move a little further away. So that right there shows you one thing: you got far more ways to rig this boat than you have over here. Now, H rails, you don't have that on the Compass, although you could definitely mount them. You could find a way to mount them, like if I remove the drive, put it over here. Since you only have a steering on your left, you could probably put an H rail over there on the other side. I seen people put it on the Outback, why not here? Now, talking about that, the Hobie has dual steering on each side. You say, oh, who cares? Dude, when you're fighting a fish and you want to switch hands, you want to steer with the other one, you can. You could do it right here with the Hobie PA. You cannot do that with the Compass. Now, if we keep going forward, the seat is a major difference. This is the most advanced seat. This seat is for a far bigger person or a small person. Gives you way more option to adjust it. You could put it up and down. You could bring this up or down, whatever. Here you have less. It's not as nice as that one. Also, the mesh here is a little thin. You know, it's not as nice as this one. This one feels more premium, and that's why it costs more money too. So if we keep going forward, you got a round hatch. A lot of people like the square hatch. See, let me just open this here so you can see. And it has that integrated tackle box system. You don't have this here on the Compass. You don't have that. Let me remove this here. So talking about the way the kayak is designed. You got on the PA12, look at this, dude. You could put rods horizontally. You could just have them flat on the boat. You don't have to worry about hitting a tree or mangroves or whatever. If you're going through a tunnel or something like that, you have space to put at least 4 rods flat. Here you don't have that, but you know what you can do? You could get some gadget accessories and make like a crazy setup here where you could put the rods on the side and hold it properly. Now both boats have the intake for the sail, because Hobie loves to put sails on kayak. I don't see a lot of people actually using the sails, and I think that's a bummer, because I mean, sailing on kayaks is really nice. I would recommend any of these two boats, if you put a sail, to put kind of like a side kit so you don't flip over in the middle of the ocean. Now if we look here at the tank well, if you look at it, they're pretty much the same length, but this is wider, way wider than what you have here. You also have thicker walls. You see how thick this is here? See how the walls here are smaller? You also have flush mounted rod holders. It's more flat here. Here is more on the side, but it gives you more space right here on the PA12 to store more things. You could put a cooler, put a jacket tag, black pack, put a lot of stuff in there. Here you still could do that, like you could definitely put a black pack right here and then put like a smaller cooler here. You have plenty of space. Another thing that you have here in the rear, you could put a plate and put a power pole that allows you to put torpedoes, BSBs, Newport vessel motors, whatever you want to rock in here. And the PA, you could do the same thing. Now something I really love about the PAs and the Outbacks is this handle right here, oversized handle, heavy duty. You could use it to install things like flags or camera mounts or whatever you want to install there. Here you don't have that. You don't have a hatch to kind of like tinker in here, but you do have a way to accessorize this boat on the back, and the handle is not as good as you have here on the PA12. And look at the rudder. The rudders are basically like the same size, although you could put a bigger rudder. Look at this. This is a nice touch. You got 2 drain plugs right here, and you have some sacrificial keel protection here. And on the Hobie Compass, you got the same thing over there. You see it? Nice. The Compass, when it first came out, it wasn't a premium boat. I love the idea. I didn't like the implementation of it, but this boat right here is more of a premium boat, but it's still, I feel like it's still lacking. Like, you're gonna get a Compass, why not just get an Outback? And if you get an Outback and you're a bigger person, why not just get a PA12? Maybe we should compare the 12 versus the Outback, and compare the Outback versus the Hobie Compass. But like, if you ask me, hey Aliex, what Hobie kayak will you buy? I'll buy the Outback, because that's what I did. I sold it. I actually had the same color. I had to sell it because I had to keep the business moving. But I don't know, like, to me the Compass has always been that kayak that I feel like it has no place in the lineup. I mean, if you have this set up for say $2,200, no brainer. But now $2,900, that's a lot of money. That you're almost $3,000 for a boat that is not top of the line. The Hobie Outback, well, prices have gone up a lot, let me tell you, because the Hobie Outback was like $3,000 when it came out, like 3-4 years ago, the new one, and this one was like $2,000. So prices have gone up a lot. It's still like, I feel like the Hobie Outback gives you more value for your money. Between these two, which one will you get? It's not every day that you could come up with $4,600 for plus tax. So budget wise, what you're gonna get out of the boats, if you're not a tournament angler, if you're gonna be fishing on the weekends, this is plenty of boat for you. Now, what happens if we compare it to the Hobie Outback?